What's going on, people? It's your boy the Gman, and welcome back to 5 Minutes of the G Season 2. This time it's an all audio podcast, but for YouTubers, don't despair because this will still be on YouTube. There'll be some visuals alongside the audio, so I'm not going nowhere on YouTube. And also, people, you may now know that Pitch Talk are official ambassadors of sport on Verbal. So once you get some time, go and check out our content on Verbal. We've got some playlists, some brand new playlists that we've created. The latest being Pitch Talk Meets, which has a look, taking a few snippets from our old Pitch Talk Meets interviews, just highlighting some of the best moments we've had. And then also there's podcasts for football/soccer coach enthusiasts. And yeah, this is ready for people who really like the nitty gritty and behind the scenes of football and the managing side. You know, we've delved into podcasts out there that really do a good job at creating coaching content. So check them out, and if you like them, go and follow those podcasts too. But you know what? The last thing that I want to say, people, as you're here, people, please, if you are listening, if you are watching, no matter what platform you're on, please subscribe, share, comment and like if you can. We'd love that. And wherever you can comment, just let us know where you're listening to this from. So drop a flag or just let us know where you are listening from. That would be fantastic. So let's get into this. Season 2. We're going to start, as I did last season, we're going to start by looking at Arsenal. This vlog I'm going to draw for my WhatsApp chats. I've had a few good conversations with a few pals in there. You've heard some of them from last season's vlogs. D.The-Knowledge, Guru, J-Dadz, and basically this vlog's entitled Arsenal Worries. Now, as you know, I'm a big Arsenal fan. Love Arsenal to bits. But, I ain't gonna lie, I'm very worried with what's happening in and around the club at the moment. I've expressed this several times on vlogs. I've expressed this to friends and anyone that will listen to me. And you know what, with Arsenal, I am not feeling confident for next season. Seriously, 2021-2022 is going to be a roller coaster ride. I do believe. I'm looking at Arsenal's squad and I'm just saying, look, we're looking UEFA thin. We've made 3 good signings so far, don't get me wrong, young and got a lot of potential, but I don't believe they're going to be good enough to make that impact that's needed to compete with the likes of Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, even Tottenham and Leicester. I just believe we're still further away than a lot of people actually think. And what's worrying me is we've got a lot of holes in this team that need plugging up anyway. But like, for instance, we still haven't got a backup goalkeeper yet, and we still need a right back because our preferred right back wants to leave. And we still got a host of players who basically are on like last year / second to last year contracts, where I don't know, I feel this energy where some of them, very undecided of their future, and will their hearts be in it this season? We saw how that played out last season with Mesut Ozil and player Mustafi, you know, Papa and other players like that. So that we could just be going into another season which is just repeating the last season, to be honest. Things at this club are not filling me with much joy, and to increase that pain, I'm seeing stuff like the treatment of players like Joe Willock, Reece Nelson, Saliba, Guendouzi, players who I honestly say that I like. I thought they really did have a future with Arsenal. You look at the way Saliba's been handled, still hasn't made a first team start for Arsenal after being at the club for 2 years. He's been on loan twice now, I do believe. This is his third season on loan. Why wasn't he given a chance this season? Why did we go out and buy Ben White for 50 million, who was valued at 25 million? I don't understand that. You know, Guendouzi, okay, he's a bit of a wild card, but who hasn't had a wild card in their side? You know, we're looking at like the Joey Bartons, we're looking at the Roy Keanes, we're looking at the Pepes from Real Madrid. We're looking at so many players, Balotellis. We're looking at players who have talent. Yes, they can be a bit of a problem child on the field, yeah, but it just takes for a manager to help nurture them. And Guendouzi's young, he's got a lot to learn. He knows that he's got a lot to learn. Let him play his football, nurture him, help him. He's not as bad as any of the players that I named before, yet he's been treated like an ultimate criminal. Yet we're willing to let players like that go who have such talent, and keep players who, in my eyes, are talentless. No disrespect to them, but again, we look at Willock. I don't get why Arsenal want to get rid of Willock. Willock didn't find himself in the team last season for some reason, for some obscene reason. He got loaned out. Obviously, the management must have thought, I'll loan him out to Newcastle, he's not going to do anything, blah, blah, blah. Willock goes to Newcastle and does the opposite. He proves himself. He proves how talented he is. He didn't just prove how talented he was. Yeah, he went and broke a record at the club of the legend of the club. Do you get what I'm saying? He broke Alan Shearer's record, Newcastle legend, of scoring 8 in 8 at the age of 21. Or 7 in 7. Willock proved undoubtedly he's a goal scoring midfielder. Play him hitting the right way and he can bag you goals. Light bulb moment, Arsenal. That's an extra 8 goals at least in your season. You need a goal scoring midfielder. You need someone to help with the goals with Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe, Eddie Nketiah. But what do Arsenal want to do? Want to sell him to raise cash. Doesn't make sense. Like, these things are confusing my brain. And like I said, we've discussed this in tandem in the WhatsApp group. And you know what? We were discussing the other day, what are the issues with Arsenal? Here's D.The-Knowledge.
Just thought I'd make comment on today's match and what's taking place, or the issue currently at the club. So, I mean, the match itself today, the same thing which we're seeing keeps on happening, which is, and I will put this part on Mikel Arteta, is he's going through the same patterns over and over again. Now, we don't agree, myself, Gavin and Io, on many things, but what we do know is that the combinations currently in the team are not the combinations that should be played. Yes, on the manager's side, he will say, well, who else can I pick? You cannot pick Lacazette, Aubameyang and Pepe. It's not going to work. Right? Those guys, it's not going to work. It's like playing with 9-8 players. Because Pepe is not good enough. I'm sorry, he's not good enough. And Aubameyang, I don't know what has happened to Aubameyang, but he's just not offering nothing. Lacazette's got a little bit of something left, but Pepe and Aubameyang, damn it. Even Lacazette, the lack of an ability to stretch the opposition defenders makes it easy for opposition to defend against us, because no one's concerned about runs in behind. Yes, in kind of general play he holds the ball up, but his lack of an actual goal threat to get on the end of slide roll passes is a problem. It then makes us predictable in how we're passing the ball. This is just due to lack of personnel, and I said something's got to happen in the next week or two, because the Joe Willock thing, I said it at the end of last season, right, that Joe Willock is a player that Arsenal are going to get offers for. Take the money and sell him, okay, because he's no good to us. We need a creative midfielder that is comfortable with the ball to their feet, at their feet, that can play in tight pockets and can find runners off the ball. Because us getting the ball and giving it to Nicolas Pepe out wide, his one-dimensional play that he was doing when he was playing in the French league, is not going to work. It's not even going to work against Matt Target. So we need a player who can receive the ball and find these pockets and make something happen. Smith Rowe is not ready. I said this about a week, 2 weeks ago. I said Smith Rowe is not ready to be in the starting lineup every game for Arsenal. He's not. He can come in and he can batter a team like Newcastle, but on a consistent basis we need to have a better player. So for now, obviously the first game of the season is against Brentford, and he has to pick a team with what he's got. Are we going to sign a player before Friday? Doubtful. So, but it's Brentford at the end of the day, so we should be able to beat them with what we've got. Get Cedric in at right back, because Bellerin and Chambers offer nothing. Not sure what Mari was doing today, so but we'll give it to him as a day off. I spoke about Lokonga. He's ready to play now. He's not an issue. He can play with Xhaka. I would actually consider doing what Gavin spoke about last week and putting Tavares on the left, because I'm sick of Aubameyang. I was sick of him last season, and he's doing the same thing again. He's not working. He's just not. It's like he's forgotten the positions to take, the positions to receive the ball. He's forgotten, and he's just a passenger on the pitch, and he makes it so easy for the opposition defense. So I would either put Tavares at left wing, or put Saka left wing, because he matches up well with with Tierney on the left, and on the right, if I don't start, from what we've got, to be honest with you, I'd prefer to go with Willian on the right than see Nicolas Pepe. That's how bad this Nicolas Pepe is. This lack of footballing IQ. I prefer to see Willian on the right against Brentford. Not long term, because I prefer if we bring someone in. I said sell Willock, bring a creative midfielder in. If it's Maddison, it's Maddison. Bring someone in. Then you can use Smith Rowe on the right, and we can see how he does there. But that's what needs to take place. This Lacazette, Aubameyang, Pepe combination cannot play. It's over. Like, if Mikel Arteta wants to continue with that combination, he ain't lasting long. Because the fact that Pepe scored some goals towards the end of the season means nothing. I told you, the guy's football IQ is bad. He's a one-dimensional player. He needs a lot of work. He needs players around him to make things happen for him, because he just can't get the ball and do something. But anyway, we got a week to go, and we'll see against Brentford. I don't know why Tottenham fans were celebrating half today like they did something, but I said we got a week to go, and there needs to be improvements in that first match. And listen, I want to wake up tomorrow and I want to hear Joe Willock sold, because we got to be serious. We need to bring in 3 players. We have to bring in 2-3 players. But the creative midfielder is vital. That's something that has to happen, because, as I said, we need to make it happen. Willock, pack your bags. You're done out here. We need to get back to passing the ball faster, quicker, more movement. But it's very difficult when no one is running off the ball. But anyway, let's see what we can put together in the coming week.
I think Arsenal's problem is actually, it's not the defence, it's maybe not even the midfield, it's the forward line. Yeah, your team are struggling to move. That's what the problem is. There's nobody, and I know Ayo and Gman will say Pepe, but nobody really can break the lines. Yeah, I mean, Smith Rowe has a go. Yeah. And that's why Saka and Smith Rowe are probably your most effective players, and everything revolves around them. Because I don't want to get on Pepe. Sorry, I don't want to get on Aubameyang. He's gone, man. Like, I don't want to be bad mind to him, but he's gone. His legs are gone. Yeah. It happens, but he's gone. As a footballer, he's finished. Yeah. This is, you know how when Rooney just randomly stopped scoring one season. This is what happens to these guys. He's burnt out now. Yeah. Perhaps what Arsenal need is somebody to compensate for his lack of movement and play him in a more preferable position where he can be a passenger and you can just rely on him on his finishing ability. But even that, like, his confidence is gone. He's turned into a more African player now. You know, his finesse finishing has gone. His FIFA finishing rating has dropped from 90 to 74 now. And you can say anything about Willock, which I'd still think Arsenal done a fantastic bit of business there. I'm like, this is a guy where last season you would have taken 10 million for. Now you're getting 20 million with add-ons. So Arsenal done a number on Newcastle, man. That he's not that good a player. For our fans though, that signing will help pacify the fans and stop protests that were planned first game of the season, or at least reduce the intensity of them. But I'm not happy with that signing. I don't want Willock. I want a proper midfielder who can actually pass the ball. But I'm not looking for a Johan Kabay kind of midfielder. I just want somebody that can play fast, because fucking Longstaff and Hayden can't do that shit. But it may not actually be Arteta's fault. We can talk about the style and the system, but the players that he has at his disposal aren't good enough. But then the players that he's bringing in are also not good enough. It's a catch-22. He's not the right guy for your football team. That's just it. You need somebody else who understands football on a deeper level, who can get the best out of players, because I think that's where he's struggling. He's trying to impose his system on the team as opposed to work with the ability of the players that he has at his disposal. But I don't know how Arsenal can get out of their mess, because you're kind of stuck with Lacazette, you're stuck with Aubameyang, you're stuck with Willian. It's just going to cost you more money to ship these guys out for free.
See, I think what people are forgetting, the issue isn't the players. Do you get me? The issue is the system that they're set out in. You know what I'm saying? Arteta's choosing to play Aubameyang, Lacazette and Pepe together. It's been proven it hasn't worked. 3 managers have tried it. You know what I'm saying? We all know Aubameyang and Lacazette don't really play well together. You know, they're point men. Aubameyang should not be used as a wing. Like Junior just said, you know, Aubameyang has lost it a little. So naturally, you want to have him in the centre. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't want him to have it running down the wings. Give that to somebody with youth and exuberance, someone that can run up and down the wing, someone that likes defending. That's not his role. He's a striker. He wants to score goals. Like, it's really and truthfully, like, we've got to be real with ourselves. Arteta's the one that sets up the team. He's the one that's creating these tactics. You know, and the way you see players playing on the field, you have to put it down to Arteta. You can't just say it's the players, because we all know the players know how to play football. Yeah, but they're giving instructions on what to do, how to set up, you know, where to go, where not to go. You know, obviously it's on them to fulfill the game plan on a day, but effectively they do have a strategy that they have to keep to. So I'm just gonna keep saying it, man. Like, it's down to Arteta, mate. Like, he's got 10 games. Let's see what he does. Like, he's got to sort this out.
Yeah, man. Like, I think we all, except for Junior, we all need to be worried, bruv. Arsenal are done. They are done. So many things. Not only are the players not good enough, but I think Gavin said it, Junior said it, I think, but the manager continues to play them, mate. We knew, yeah, by November last year that we should not be playing Aubameyang on the wing. And I think the whole world, the Arsenal community, came to a consensus that you only play either one of Aubameyang and Lacazette. You cannot play both of them. Stop trying to shoehorn both of them into the same team. Play one. Yeah? That's what we all came to a conclusion. When we got Odegaard, things was good. We had ESR on the left, Odegaard as a 10. I think it was ESR and Pepe on the left, or ESR Saka on the left and Pepe on the right, whatever it may be. But play one of them. Pepe is not a creative player. He is pretty much a striker, yeah, or inside forward. He's not a creative player. So I think you said it again. Aubameyang doesn't create nothing. Pepe doesn't create nothing. Lacazette doesn't really create anything. So you're playing 3 players up front who do not create anything. Both of them have to Both of them have to invert to score. cut on the inside. Mate, it is ridiculous. Name me another team. Liverpool play 4-3-3. When do you see Mo Salah or Mane at left back or right back? You might see it once in a game when they've done a misplaced pass, they go back and track. Why are they defending? They don't need to be defending. It is just, mate, even at grassroots level, I tell my striker, stay there, bro. Why are you coming back for? If you come back, you're going to have no energy to go forward. It's basic maths or basic science. You're telling Aubameyang to come all the way back to help defend, and then when it's an attack now, you want him to go back and attack. How are you going to have the energy to do that? When Chelsea played us, just watch the game if you can. The midfielders and defenders did all the work. Werner stood on the halfway line, waiting for the ball over the top or through, and then he was gone. Shoom, and he almost scored. Yesterday we played Tottenham. Mate, it's so clear how to play against Arsenal now. It's a joke. Arsenal becoming like the bully, the freaking victims now. Tottenham did about 3 balls over the top to Dele Alli. He's not even a striker. Yeah, all 3 of them pretty much got through. If Dele Alli was a striker, good in the air, we would have got demolished yesterday. If Tottenham had their finishing boots on yesterday, we would have got demolished yesterday. 3 balls over the top. This one, chance, another one, another chance. We do not have a pattern of play. We keep playing rubbish football. Everything for us is so slow. To get the ball to a striker takes about 15 touches. Other teams, it's 1 pass and they're through. Why can't we do the 1 pass and we're through? Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. What is the fascination of playing all these 3 players at the same time? It does not work. Like, we need to sell one of Aubameyang, and like I said, one of them needs to go. Because they're friends, they're trying not to sell them. One of them needs to go. And on current form, I say Aubameyang, see you later. But the thing is, no one's going to buy these players. Aubameyang is younger than Jamie Vardy, but Jamie Vardy looks more effective. And you need to start asking yourself the question, is it the striker or is it the manager? The manager keeps playing him out of position. You put Aubameyang on the left and then he has to cross the ball with his left foot when he's right-footed. He's not a creative player anyway, and then you want him to cross the ball to create a chance for somebody with his weaker foot. Does that make any sense? It's ridiculous. It's actually ludicrous what they're doing. And then not only did Bellerin give away a free goal against Chelsea, yeah, then you make him start against Tottenham. Does that make any sense? So you're basically saying you can make a mistake and you start the next game. There is no repercussions for playing shit at this club. So how can you expect them to level up and play better when they consistently play crap, they consistently get picked? I think Cedric's played 1 game for us in pre-season. Where has he been? I don't get it. Where was Ainsley Maitland-Niles? I'd rather him a right back. But then again, wow. And then he plays again. Mate, Arsenal are done. And then people say, oh, Stan Kroenke's not the problem. Stan Kroenke is the problem. Arteta is the problem. Edu is the problem. The players are the problem. There's just so many freaking problems at this club. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. You would have thought, yeah, anybody with half a brain thinking, oh shit, we finished 8th for the 2nd season in a row. We need to fix up. Yeah, they have not made 1 signing that walks into the first team. Not one. Obviously Ben White, excuse me, and that's a defensive signing. There's not 1 creative signing we've made that walks into the first team. And then you're saying these 3 players. So realistically, you know, when you play Championship Manager, Football Manager, they say, what's your outlook for the season? You're like, oh, we're going to do top 4, we're going to challenge for the league. I'll be intrigued to find out what Arsenal's thing is. Realistically, what do you want to do with the season? Oh, we want to finish top 4. And I'll be like, are you serious? With what team? The team that finished 8th, you want to finish top 4 this season? What makes it any different? What makes it, better coaching? Better coaching, yeah? So is better coaching going to give Aubameyang more stamina to run up and down the left wing when he's a striker? It's better coaching. And then what you said, Dean, about no manager tells a player not to do this, not to do that, but it's very clear. Arteta wants to keep the ball. So when it's not a clear and obvious chance, he's like, recycle the ball. That's why Pepe doesn't run at players anymore, because when he runs at players, probably because you're a winger, like when you run at players, you do skills, more time than not, you're going to lose the ball. So that's why Pepe doesn't take players on anymore. Look at what he used to do before. Every time he got the ball, he'd drive forward and drop his shoulder, do a skill. Now he runs. If it's not on, he cuts it back and he passes back. Mate, any one of us here could do that. Do you know what I mean? Run, okay, it's not passed, turn around and pass the ball. He doesn't run at players anymore because he's been drilled into him now. They don't want him to run at players. So you've killed this guy's creative freedom. The only people in the team that've got creative freedom is Saka and ESR. Everybody else is a structured format. Do this, do that. Do this, do that. Do this, do that. And this robotic football is terrible. It is killing us, man. It's really bad. It's so hard to watch. Even the highlights yesterday, the Arsenal release, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would they even release those? The highlights are shocking. It should be low lights or low points, not highlights. It was really bad, man, and it's so hard to watch. And people saying 10 games, mate, I think we could be in trouble after 10 games because I don't see any direction this club is going. I don't see any way we're making top 4. I don't see it at all. Like, for me, with the current team, anything, if you get to 6, for me, that's like winning the league in the team's current state, because they are absolute shit. They've got no confidence. Your captain, your top striker has scored no goals in pre-season. How is that possible? How is that possible? Pre-season is supposed to be there to build the egos, to build the stamina, build your confidence. So you're like, yeah, I'm ready for the season. Mate, even I know that. With my team, I've given them, when we lost, I think we lost 2 games in a row, and I was like, wow, we've never lost 2 games in a row before. Then what did I do? I made them play like an easier team, build a confidence up. They play another, an easier team, but a bit more harder. We beat them. And then I gave them 2 back-to-back strong teams, which we played Saturday and Sunday, and we won 2-1 and 4-1 because they got the confidence back. But if we played those teams after we had the 2 back-to-back losses, we would have lost those games. But now the confidence is back. And this stupid manager doesn't even understand how to do that. You play people into confidence, play them into good form. But you need the right formations to do that. It's a joke, man.
So you've come to the end of the podcast, and I just want to say thank you for listening or watching, or however you're interacting with this content. You know, people, if you've got something that you want to share with us, your opinions, your thoughts on anything that's been said, then do feel free to place your comments in the comment sections, and we will write back to you. Do you agree with us? Anything that you say? Do you agree with me in particular about Arsenal being in a bad state? Do you disagree? If you disagree, what is it about Arsenal right now that fills you with confidence for the season ahead? But people, I'm going to be off now. Catch you up next week. It's your boy, the Gman.